He ended up hitting somebody with his car at the end of the episode. Sam wants to get Nancy to change her mind. Max ends up telling Bobby that he thinks Victoria's dad is dead, so somebody else is running the show. Lily ends up threatening Donald. Hunter worried. And Sharon ended up getting grabbed by the people Kareem owed money to. I said, look, I forgot all about that. I forgot all about, them owing money. Look, told y'all it's been going on so long. I forgot what happened. I definitely forgot what happened. And what else was I going to say? I didn't know that they played 2 episodes last night. I definitely did not know. I wonder if they're going to play 2 episodes next week, too. But okay, hey y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chess. This for Tyler Perry's The Over Season 6, Episode 13. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think that y'all liked the episode. Didn't nothing happen really. I said, nah, I don't know. What did y'all think? Which episode was better, the first or second one? I don't think nothing happened on either one of them. I was waiting on something to happen with Alan. I thought that Agent Kane was gonna be there and he was gonna grab him or something like that. When Dale showed up, I was like, yeah, Dale showed up. I said, okay, he gonna save him. No, he done hit somebody with his doggone car. I said, now what the world going on there? Did they pay her to just jump in front of the car or what? Because they was watching the video and he was like, we got him or whatever. So I'm like, what they do? Tell her to jump in front of the car? What's going on? How did they know that he was gonna duck down? Because he ducked down and that's how he ended up doing it. Unless they referring to something else, I don't know. But yeah, okay, so on this episode, and also, I'm wondering if that Rachel lady, I feel like she was in on it. Because Agent Kane was saying something about his friend this and his friend that or whatever, or the person he had watching him. So I didn't see nobody around, so I'm assuming that she was the friend. That's why when he was trying to get her to come home with him and stay and all this other stuff, she didn't want to do it. But yeah, okay, so we're going to start with Sharon. They continue where they left off, where she had got grabbed and stuff like that. Dude kept on like, tell me what I want to know. This fool, Sharon, said, well, my name is Sharon. She said, well, my name is Sharon. I was like, girl, no. So I'm like, okay, before they revealed what it was about, I was like, okay, is it about the president? Is it about, at first I was saying maybe it was about Richard now because she knows something. She know, because he kept asking if, what you call them knew. But no, it wasn't about Richard now, y'all. So first she started talking about, is this about the president? And he was like, go on or whatever. He was just trying to get information out of us. So she was like, he came on to me and I rejected him or whatever and all this other stuff. So he's like, no, it's about your boyfriend, Kareem, or whatever. He owe money. And he said they had been to their apartment and everything, or Kareem's apartment, and seen a body and seen something about a body and blood and everything. And I said, I thought they got rid of that body now. I thought they had cleaned all that up. I think he said something about whoever cleaned it up did a poor job. They did a poor job or whatever. So he ends up threatening her. She kept telling him she didn't know nothing about it, and he brought up the pharmacy, and that's where it's being ran at and stuff like that. I thought they was gonna cut to Kareem and them. When they mentioned Kareem, I was like, okay, we finally finna see Kareem and Antonio. No, still ain't seen these folks. But yeah, so what happened next? He ends up giving her 24 hours to come up with the money, or else her family pays, basically. I think he said $400,000, and she was like, how she gonna get that money? I said the only way she could get it, either go to Sam now and they could find a way, or she gonna have to go to Hunter. She gonna have to go to Hunter now, but I don't know. I really don't know at this point. This story, look, I'm ready for this to be over with at this point. Nothing too much is going on as of right now. There's 2 episodes, and I ain't seen nothing yet. I think, what was the one thing that I was waiting on? It was something. It's been so long, y'all. I think it was about Victoria's daddy, but Max said he think that her daddy is dead. So I was like, well, that won't be happening. So, and it was something else. I know that lady that played Lily on For Better or Worse, she's supposed to be on this part, the second half of the season. I about to say she's supposed to be on this new season, but it's not a new season. It's just the last half of the season. But yeah, she's supposed to be on it. She's supposed to be talking to somebody saying that that's their last chance or something. I can't remember if she was talking to Hunter or who. But yeah, so I'm assuming either she gonna be the one replacing the daddy or it's gonna be somebody else. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Like I said, they end up telling Sharon to get out the van. She got out. She's supposed to be calling Dale on next week's episode saying that they grabbed her and stuff like that, and she don't know where she is. Next we got Hunter, Isaac, and Jason. Hunter was talking to Isaac about everything, and he was trying to get Jason to come out the room. He finally came out. Well, he didn't come fully out. He was talking about, so he trying to lay down. I said, now what is he up to? They over here trying to get him a line, get him a phone and stuff. He probably got several phones. He probably got several people down there and everything. Talking about a phone line. He probably got somebody in that tunnel. But yeah, he was just talking to him. Let me get flip to my notes and make sure I didn't even get that many notes, y'all, because it wasn't nothing going on. I already said the guy trying to get info out of Sharon. She kept saying she didn't know. Talking about something. Well, my name is Sharon. Well, she did. Kept telling him she didn't know nothing. But yeah, he gave her 24 hours to get the money. Hunter tried to talk to Jason. He kept telling him, Sam's not on your side. You can't trust him. You can't trust him or whatever. Don't believe what Eli said. All this stuff. You can't trust Eli. And just started trying to get in his head. I said, if anybody can't trust nobody, nobody can trust Jason. Because he could use Sam and try to get out of there. He could use Sam to his advantage. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Hunter, they were sitting down, and that's when he was talking to Agent Isaac, and Hunter was basically saying he's worried because it's too quiet or whatever, and they were just talking about that. Agent Kane ends up they done about Alan, just saying how many drinks he's had and stuff like that. Donald tells Kane that he knows what to do when Alan leaves, so I'm like, this I was like, okay, what he finna do to him? But no, he's just trying to get him in line. But I thought they had stuff on Alan already. I thought they had something on him. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. But yeah, I said, Donna, one of y'all got to go down soon. I said, one of y'all out y'all little group gonna have to go down soon. But yeah, Lily ends up telling Donna that she has a weapon, and she basically will take out both of them. She'll take out him and then take out herself. He tells her that she better not try anything, stuff like that. I said, I said, I was like, he'll have to go. I was like, she every time she don't try it, she don't fail though. Every time she don't try it or somebody don't try to help her, it's been a failure. Max and Bobby end up talking about who's really calling the shots. Max ends up saying he thinks that it's Victoria's father, but there's been silence. The people ain't been to work, so they assuming that because it's been some months that he's dead. So if he dead, then somebody else is calling the shots, and they need to figure out who that is. Donna ends up calling Alan and telling him that the person not coming to go home. He was still with Rachel and stuff. They flirting and drinking and stuff like that. She was acting like she was drinking and stuff, but I don't think she was drinking. She was just trying to get him drunk enough so she could do what she did. I think she said she put some substances on her tongue and stuff, so when they was kissing, he had some so he could be out of it. But yeah, they go to the restroom. And I was like, dude, they do just hooking up with anybody at this point. They done went to the restroom. She told him to lock the door, so they started doing it or whatever. And he realized that when she kissed him, he could taste something. So she admits she gave him some substances and stuff like that. And he was like, what did you do that for? But it wasn't enough to stop him because he still was trying to go back for some more. And she was like, no, it's time to go. She got to go work. He's like, I got to go work too at 5 a.m. And she still was trying to get up out of there. I think at that point, I think he was trying to get her to come home. But at that point, I think Dale came in there. Excuse me. I think at that point, Dale had came in there. Lord, excuse me. When he came in there, what did he say? He was still pretending like they was a couple and everything. I skipped over that part where he called. He kept calling. She wanted to know who it was, and she was assuming that they was a couple. Dale and Alan was a couple, and he was like, no, we not. And he still was going along with the story, until he came to the restaurant. He wanted him to get him the keys so he could get in the house. He was like, no, that's his place. He not gonna get him the keys. So he ends up admitting that he was making it up how he's the one who's gay, but Alan is straight and stuff like that. So I don't even think she care about none of that. I said, I don't even think she care about nothing like that. I don't think she cared. She was working you. That's what it looked like. She was the only one that they showed anyways that was near him. So then he was like, are you coming? He was like, yeah, I'm coming right behind you or whatever. And that's when, the accident happened. I want to know if Dale gonna see anything. Well, he's supposed to be in front of him though, so he probably didn't see anything. But yeah, next thing you know, Alan driving and stuff. They on the phone. Rachel and Alan on the phone or whatever, and he was still trying to get her to come. She was like, no. So then she laid on the couch and talking about I think what did he say to her? I forgot what they was talking about. She just started implying that she was about to play with herself. She started implying she about to play with herself. So then he dropped the phone. He bent down to get it. Next thing you know, somebody just popped up. He hit him. He hit her. I think it was a woman. I don't know. But either way go, he hit him. Donald and Cal was on the phone, and he ends up sending him links so that he could see Alan's car and everything that happened. And then after the accident happened, I think he said, gotcha, or something like that. And I was like, Look, I skipped over something else too. Hold on, y'all. I skipped over something. What was it? They testing the little alarm system for when it storms and stuff. Y'all hear it? I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. Cal, let me go back. I skipped over something. Let me see. Um, oh, Cal stopped by looking for Sam. He was like, Alonzo tells him that he's not there. So he ends up telling, I'm surprised nobody caught Alonzo yet. There he playing both sides. He definitely playing both sides. But yeah, Alonzo tells Sam that Cal was looking for him. He wants to know what he wanted or whatever. Sam stops by to check on Richard, and Richard, he's like, I don't feel no remorse. I said, for which part? The part about you, murdering your dad, or the part about y'all setting up Nancy? And I don't think he felt no remorse for any of it. So Sam was like, okay, like, he got the video and stuff like that. They in charge of everything. He wants to go and talk to Nancy and try to get her to drop everything. Richard was like, why would you want to do that or whatever? And he don't think so. I said, he just so mean. I said she should never set him up. I mean, not set him up, set him off. She should never set him off. I'm like, now he seemed like he permanently mean. Now that's just, he's like, he don't feel no remorse about murdering his dad and then. But yeah, Sam told him to think about it. She's supposed to be calling Priscilla on next week's episode, saying that they set her up, she in jail, and she's supposed to be confronting Sam. And I said, if they set her up, what you think they'll do to you? I said, what they think you should be. I'm surprised that Sam ain't tried to handle Priscilla yet. That probably will. But in this case, he's the one set all this emotion with Priscilla. So I don't know. I used to have hope that these two would work it out. I did, but he want to be stupid. He want to do stupid stuff. Now she doing stupid stuff, and I don't. At this point, just break them up too. But yeah, what else? I already said Rachel had poisoned Alan, said it's harmless and everything. Kyle tells Donald that they're still on standby in regards to everything that's happening at the White House. Kyle said that he don't like Eli, and that's when Donald kept saying that, Eli trusts him and stuff like that. And he said that he was flirting with him. I can't remember. Was he flirting with him, y'all? Or was that a figure of, what they said, a figure of Donald's imagination? Was he flirting with him? I think he said something to him, but like I said, it's been some months or either a year. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a long time, so I don't recall their last conversation. But yeah, Donald said Eli trusts him. And they were saying how Victoria been taking her precious time, and that's not like her, so she's up to something. But yeah, Alan hit somebody, and they set him up, and that was the last thing. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is have a great rest of the day, and be safe.